Welcome to the No Plays Off podcast. That's right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Friday.
Oh, yeah. Guess what? College football and baseball. Bowl games and baseball.
Oh, we got a little baseball going on.
We got bowl games and baseball for this episode.
Little BBs.
Listen, we're gonna talk bowl games. We're gonna talk about Coach Prime. You know, Colorado slowly putting together
episode coming up.
Good recruiting class.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk baseball. Okay, we're gonna hit up the off season. You guys,
Shohei, little Juan Soto.
You guys have been asking about it, so we're gonna give it to you. All right, we're gonna give you our take on some winter things. Again, a lot more college football to talk about, but we're gonna get into it next week.
Yeah.
If you did not check out our NFL pod from yesterday, okay, we have
from Wednesday.
Yeah, from Wednesday. Yeah, from Wednesday.
Yeah.
We have
NFL Talk Weekly, NBA Talk Weekly drops Thursday. We're killing it.
Yeah, we talked about AFC teams.
Yeah,
so
we did.
Who's the surprise AFC team? You might not want to miss that.
11 left right now. And that's crazy.
That's nuts. We talked about, hey, Justin Fields saved the season.
Maybe.
Who's
coaching LA next year?
Who's coaching the Chargers?
A little Dallas-Buffalo rivalry?
I mean, listen.
Or is it just a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am?
I don't think it was a rivalry.
I don't think so.
You had to eat crow.
Yeah, Philadelphia losing to Seattle.
Here we go.
Hey, check out that, man. It was great stuff. And NBA was a lot of fun, too. We had a lot of good stuff on NBA, too.
This is awesome. This is one of the greatest times of the sports year. I know we say that a lot, but it really is because you have football.
October, November, December.
It's fantastic.
It's the best.
Football on Monday.
Yeah.
Football on Tuesday. Bowl games, right?
Yeah.
Football on Wednesday.
Yep.
Basketball on Thursday. NFL on Thursday. Basketball on Friday. Like this is nuts.
NFL Saturday, Sunday,
the
Monday.
Winter meetings for baseball signings. This is great.
This is what you want.
Bowl games. So the question is quite simple, right?
Yeah.
What non-college football playoff games are you looking forward to? Which bowl game?
So I've got a couple of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little homer because we are Virginia boys.
We are.
Right? You talked about going back to Yorktown this weekend.
Yes, sir.
I'm from Tidewater area.
Yes,
you know,
757.
We're here in Central now. You know what I'm saying?
We are.
So here's what I want to do. The Armed Forces Bowl.
Yeah.
I love it. JMU versus Air Force.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what these Virginia teams are doing. Because it used to be Virginia teams were Virginia Tech.
Yep.
And UVA.
Absolutely.
And now?
No.
It's not.
Now
we got JMU.
Yep.
Now we got
ODU.
ODU.
Yep.
Which, big stinker there.
Hey, just
don't
them
let us
being
down.
there. That's okay.
But they were there.
They were there.
And they should have won that game.
4 overtimes against Western Kentucky.
They had that game well in hand, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what? Let it go.
JMU going to a bowl game, though, in their first season.
Incredible.
They petitioned for it. They were invited. And shout out to all the veterans out there.
But even better.
Armed Forces Bowl.
Yes, the Armed Forces Bowl. But even better than that.
Yeah.
We have the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, we do.
Liberty. 45 minutes up the road.
Yes, it is.
45 minutes, Paul.
It's 30-ish if you drive like Frank.
Yes, you drive like Frank drives. You get there in 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. But we got, Liberty versus Oregon. Yeah. I'm super excited about that.
I don't think Bo Nix is going to play.
I don't think so either.
Oregon just signed on. They got a couple transfers. Dylan Gabriel is coming over. I think there's a USC quarterback coming over.
It started a couple years ago. Malik Willis and Liberty.
Yeah.
Kind of sparked a little something going on in Liberty.
Yeah.
Really sparked
9-3 season, a 10-2 season. Hugh Freeze was awesome there.
Great. Love it. And so, but let the nation see that you can compete with a team like Oregon.
Yeah.
If you can compete with a top-tier Pac-12 team.
Yes.
Liberty, Flames, Central Virginia.
Pac-12 or Big Ten? Are we calling them Big Ten
yet?
Big
Ten yet?
They're
still playing Pac-12
All right, so
right
Pac-12.
now. Yeah, they're still playing Pac-12, right?
So who you going with? Liberty?
I'm Homer.
Yeah.
Give me JMU. Give me Liberty.
Where are they playing the Fiesta Bowl?
Give me death.
Where's that played at?
With the Fiesta Bowl? I don't know. Probably like
El Paso or something
Texas or something, right?
Hey, East Coast West thing?
I don't know. Where's the Fiesta Bowl played at?
I don't know.
Let me find out.
I just know this.
Okay? Only we had little computers.
If only we had something that fits in the palm of our hand that could tell us this information. I think Liberty has done a fantastic job. They've slowly brought in some amazing recruits. They've rebuilt their facilities. Hugh Freeze was a big part of that. Okay. And we saw him move on to Auburn. And now he's slowly rebuilding that. It's cool to see that Liberty has continued to exist.
State Farm Stadium, Glendale,
Arizona.
I
don't know. East Coast, West Coast thing.
East Coast, West Coast thing.
Go Liberty. Go Flames.
Flames.
Go Flames.
That's right. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Is that what you're doing?
I don't know.
It's like a firework.
You know what I'm looking forward most to?
What's that?
Wisconsin LSU.
Good game, though.
Wisconsin LSU. There's a lot of pro prospects that I'm excited to see. Listen, Malik Neighbors. And it starts with the quarterback. I want to see if Jaden Daniels plays.
Jaden?
I think he will. I think they have Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, the best wide receiver duo outside of Ohio State, maybe in the country.
But Neighbors had a better year than Harrison.
I think he did.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think Brian Thomas Jr. had a better year than Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think the sneakiest prospect who I want to continue to watch, Braylon Allen, the running back for Wisconsin. He's like 6'3", 225. It's a big dude. And he's got soft hands.
Who's the other best? Who's the running back came out of Wisconsin like 5 or 6 years ago?
5 or 6 years. Jonathan Taylor. You go back to Heisman winner, Ron Dane.
Yeah, Ron Dane.
Yeah. Melvin Gordon III. We could just listen.
Yeah, but Melvin Gordon can't keep a hold of the football.
No, but this is one of my favorite things. You know,
we'll just
start be like, remember this guy? Remember this guy?
Yeah.
Man, this guy.
Ron Dane.
Thunder
and Lightning in New York.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Tiki Barber.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Honorable mentions. Games I'm trying to keep on my radar. Virginia Tech.
Tulane.
I can't quit Tech.
A little TT.
A little TT. Listen, Virginia Tech had a great second half of the season. They're in the middle of a rebuild. But I'm really going to be watching for Michael Pratt, not Chris Pratt. Okay.
Chris Pratt's awesome, though.
He's fantastic.
You ever seen the Eminem thing he does?
No.
Was that him? Was that Chris Pratt?
I don't know.
Who's Chris Pratt?
He's Parks and Rec. He was in a couple movies you might have heard of, like, I don't know, Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's Jurassic. The Guardians of the Galaxy guy, right?
Yeah.
So Chris Pratt, that guy. He does like an Eminem and Dr. Dre song. Have you seen it on like?
Oh
Instagram?
yes, no, I did see that.
It's amazing.
I did see his Eminem rapping.
Yeah.
I was thinking like an Eminem commercial. I was like,
I didn't know who Chris Pratt was. I was like, who? Wait,
for a minute, you didn't know. You had no idea who Chris Pratt was for a second. But not that guy, Michael Pratt, the quarterback from Tulane. I think he could be. I cannot believe.
We spent 5 minutes on our podcast on
Michael Pratt versus Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pine. Are we doing Kevin Bacon? It's Kevin Bacon, right?
Footloose is an amazing movie.
Footloose is underrated.
Very underrated.
Kevin Bacon's best movie?
Kevin Bacon, was he in hold on. Was he in Young Guns?
He was not in Young Guns. Emilio Estevez
was.
I think the best movie.
How did I confuse those?
Okay. I think the best movie he's been a part of, A Few Good Men.
It's a great movie.
Sleepers. I think he was in Sleepers, right?
Yeah, Sleepers is pretty good.
Play a good guy in Sleepers.
Yeah, but Footloose.
Probably
let's just give it Footloose.
So Tremors.
I don't like Tremors.
What is wrong with you? Listen, we talked about a matchup. Who's the better team? And thank God the bowl season gave it to us.
They hurt us, first of all.
Because
I said if Ole Miss, if you're going to talk about Penn State, you have to say this about Ole Miss. And you said, no way. Ole Miss beats Penn State. I said, no. Penn State beats Ole Miss 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10 times.
I think you finished at 3 out of 10.
I did not. I finished at 5.
Well, yeah. We'll see.
And we get it here.
I think Ole Miss is going to beat them by 10 points.
I like Penn State.
Yep. We'll see. A team that doesn't have to worry about bowl season.
Ooh.
Colorado.
Cheap shot. Low blow by you.
No, it's just
I thought you had outgrown this stage of your life.
No, I'm petty.
You are petty so Nelson. Petty. Yeah.
Yep.
Especially
I'm a heartbreaker. I'm so
especially
petty.
When you talk about like Coach Prime. What's your deal? Why do you hate Coach Prime? I know what he did to Buffalo. I know.
Has nothing to do with that.
I know. He never went and played for Buffalo.
Has everything to do with sizzle and steak.
I like both.
You have some dudes who are all sizzle. These are the guys that talk your ear off, that go ahead and talk and tell you how great they are.
Yeah.
And then you have steak guys. Steak guys just look at you and punch you in the mouth.
Medium rare cooked steak.
They don't need to tell you how tough they are.
You don't like your steak well done, right?
No, medium.
No.
Medium guy. Yeah. Not a medium rare, medium guy.
Medium's not bad. But Coach Prime is steak.
He's sizzle.
No, he's prime rib.
He's
Coach Prime rib.
He's sizzle. Now he has
with extra au jus.
He's beefed up that offensive line.
He has a little bit.
He said what? He said, "Hey, don't you worry, we're fixing this."
And we need him in the trenches. Yeah.
And then he was on his show. 6'5", 309, 6'6", 288.
Yeah.
He'll beef up. 6'7", 305, 6'7", 305. Those two different guys.
Yeah, two different guys.
And Shador's just standing there going, yep. Yeah. Shador's coming back.
It's got to make Shador feel good, though.
So the real question is Colorado back? Are you back on the Colorado hype train? Because last time we talked, we checked in, you said 6 games. I think they win 6 games next year and win a bowl game.
Yeah.
Are you still there? Or are you now moving toward 8 games?
No, I
10
think
games?
6 to 8, 6 to 7 is a win. Listen, here's the other truth of it.
I have never heard so much hype and so much glorification of a coach.
Where are they playing at next year?
They're a Big Ten school.
Big Ten.
Yeah.
That's bro.
No, they're a Big 12 team next year, aren't they?
Are they going to Big 12 or Big 10?
I think you're going Big 12. Talk about
So
it.
Texas?
I think it's Big 12. No, not Texas. Texas and Oklahoma are moving out. That's why I know.
That's
it's Big
right.
12.
That's why.
Don't
it is
even
Big
look it
12.
up.
Yeah,
I'm going to trust myself.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah. Oklahoma,
12?
Texas going to SEC.
And the 2 best teams are going to SEC. Big 12.
Yeah.
Give me 7. Give me 8.
You think
I'm
8?
comfortable saying 8.
9?
No. Shut up. Stop. Don't do this to me
10,
in front of the whole
reverse
world.
Penn State.
yeah.
9, 10,
yeah.
12,
No.
16,
No,
some exhibitions.
8 to win. 8 to win.
And a bowl game.
In a bowl game.
Winning a bowl game.
I'm just playing.
See, you are softening.
I don't know.
already.
I'd rather them win. But I mean,
I'd rather them win. That's a statement of the year.
Thanks.
You know, if they have to play, I'd rather win.
I'd rather them win.
Here we
That's how I
have
feel about the Cowboys
we
every
have
Sunday.
the Cowboys and the Eagles for the coin toss. Yep, tails is called by Dallas. Michael, what do you want to do? We'll take the win.
Yeah, you want to just take the W.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
And I'll talk about it on the podcast.
That's just wild.
Yeah.
I don't think they win that many.
You don't think so?
I think
They have great skill players.
yeah, they have a great skill player.
Yeah.
I think the running back's overrated. I think he showed that.
But again, the offensive line's going to really matter.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Listen, there's tons of guys. There were 6'7", 305. There are in college football. In college football, there are tons of guys who are 6'5", 300 pounds. I just don't know.
I don't know.
I think
So where do you think Colorado falls out next year? I'm saying 7 or 8. 6 to 8.
I think it's 6 wins. I think they get to a bowl game.
Yeah.
And then I think Deion leaves.
They play a December bowl game.
Yeah, they play an early bowl game against, I don't know, UC Santa Barbara.
And then
or something
Deion's
like
out.
Yeah,
Shador
I think so.
leaves. Shiloh leaves.
Yeah.
Deion's out.
Mm-hmm. And I think Deion becomes the next Cowboys coach.
Dallas.
I think Dallas.
So if Mike
finishes-
McCarthy wins the Super Bowl this year,
okay. Yeah, we'll say that's not going to happen. Okay.
whatever. Right?
I think Mike McCarthy goes 12-5 this year. And they say, all right,
Another 12-win season.
this is the third 12-win season. We got him. Hey, he's going to tweak a couple more things, and we're going to. And then next year the wheels fall
And then
off.
bring in Deion.
And Deion becomes the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
I love that from you.
I think you're going to hate that as a Cowboys
I'd
fan.
rather have Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I think he's a better coach.
Yeah.
I think when in doubt, get a Harbaugh. A lot of people moving. A lot of people. We'll continue as bowl season goes. We're going to continue.
But yeah, so Colorado, let's finish this up, finalize it really quick. I think Colorado can win 7 or 8, and you think Colorado's going to win 6.
6 games and lose a bowl
So
game.
7, I win. 6 and under, you win. 7 and above, I win.
I think it's 8 wins, you win. 6 wins, I win. 7 is a push.
We don't push anything. So 7, I win.
Push it real good.
6, you push it real good.
Push it real good. But I think they have to win the bowl game.
So 6 wins and a bowl game win.
Yeah. And then I'd
You
say,
win.
yeah.
6 wins and a bowl game loss, I win.
No.
But 7 games
No,
in a bowl
I'm
game
saying
win or
6
loss,
wins.
I win.
This is what you do. You triple talk until you think like,
Just saying.
I win either way. I win 3 different ways. 8 wins, a loss, a tie, and they got a recruit, and I won.
Yeah.
But if it's 10 wins in a bowl game loss, but they don't get the recruit, I still win.
I just don't understand why you don't think Prime can turn Colorado around. To me, this is the wildest thing because we talk about this all the
I
time.
think it's easier to recruit guys to smaller schools like Jackson State.
And every time we talk about Deion Sanders in Colorado, you seem to forget that Shador's going to be a top 5 quarterback in college football next year. He showed it this year.
Yeah. Caleb Williams was a top 5 quarterback. What did it do for USC?
But if Colorado finishes with the same record as USC, that's a win. What did USC win this year? 8 games?
I don't know.
9?
No, I don't think they won that many. I think they won 7 games.
Was it 7?
I don't know. Talk about Shador. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if they add some size to those lines, they don't even have to be that freaking skilled. Just get some beef on the line. Defensive line, stop the run. Offensive line, be able to stop the pass rush. Give Shador some time. Travis Hunter's amazing.
7-5.
What's wrong with 7-5 in Colorado? How's that not a win for Prime?
Hyped them up so much. Everyone has hyped them up so much that you're telling me a team that has 2 wins above 500 is now the and all be all.
No, I don't think they're like the best team in the nation, but I think it's a win for Coach Prime. And you got to coach your sons.
What does that have to
and
do
take
with
a
anything?
one-win team to seven wins?
I'll say this. You had your sons.
Play a bowl
You
game.
had your sons, and you still only won 7 games.
You're such a hater. You hate on Deion Sanders for no reason.
No, there's reason. It's
no reason.
Deion Sanders, all sizzle, no steak.
I hate that from you.
But there's plenty of baseball players raking in the steak.
There is. Hey, there was a lot of steak given away this year. Listen, I want to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
And then I want you to give the viewership what they've been asking for. We're going to talk a little baseball.
You want a little baseball?
Who's ready for a little baseball?
I'll give you a little baseball, yeah.
Go ahead, sing the song. Take me out to the
No, keep on going, buddy.
ball game.
Go ahead.
Take me out to the crowd.
Yep.
Turn on some No Plays Off podcast.
We just really want you to come back week again for
Yeah.
college football on Fridays.
We may throw in some MLB.
'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 people
I
left
don't know.
who are watching this video.
Yeah. But anyways, let's talk
Okay.
baseball. Got a couple questions for you. I want to
Sorry
throw at
about
you really
that,
quick.
guys.
Yeah, that was horrible. Listen,
Fantastic.
I want to throw a name at you. And we talked about this guy. Could he be the first $1 billion
This was
billion-dollar
Unreal.
athlete that we've ever seen in an actual contract? And what happens? Shohei comes up, got stolen. Little bit of money, just a little bit. Tell me what you think about this. Look, Dodgers come in, grab them away from everybody. 10 years, $700 million. But
yeah,
here's the caveat. ...
hate this.
What do they call the ...
Ellipsis.
You told me that. Remember that last year, the ellipsis.
You don't have to say the ...
It's just ellipsis.
You don't have to say ellipsis either. That's how punctuation works.
$680 million deferred. I want to know your thoughts on this. Break it down for me.
There's a couple things, okay? Because
This is wild.
the more that this came out, the crazier it got.
$700 million.
The 680 deferred is wild. First of all, the 700 million is wild because we're just going, holy, when it came out, all of us on the group chat were just going, this is unreal.
It's crazy.
This is unreal. And I think the very first thing you said was, if he doesn't get hurt, it's probably 900 million.
Yeah. I thought it was closer to $1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that he offered terms to other teams, Toronto, he offered those terms to. I believe it was the Mets he offered terms to. He offered these terms to all these teams, and the Dodgers were like, "Yeah, we'll take those."
Picked him up.
Absolutely. The 680 million deferred though. Then that comes out. So first of all, you're looking at going 700 million's wild.
That's crazy.
That's wild. And then it comes out 680 million deferred.
How does a player defer $680 million? 90% of the contract.
Glad you asked.
I want to know.
Because this is something that you can do in baseball. You can take deferred. July 1st, any true baseball fan knows July 1st is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Absolutely.
That's where Bobby Bonilla collects $1.5 million from
How many more years does he have?
Orioles and the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's getting a total of $1.5 million from these two clubs. I think it's for the next 7 years. And
Crazy.
they keep deferring the deferment. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
So the Dodgers have done this with Freddie Freeman. They did it with Mookie Betts. His deferred money is wild. So now, again, $2 million counts toward the salary cap.
Yep.
That's it.
Two.
It allows them to trade for a guy like Tyler Glass now.
Who
Now,
they did.
They did, and signed to a lucrative extension.
Yes, they did.
Here's the wild part, and you'll appreciate this as a finance guy. The deferred payments don't start for 2 years.
That's crazy.
Okay, they don't need the money for the deferred payments. Not even paying him. He's going to make his money from 2034 to 2044.
Yeah.
But the money that has to be put into escrow is not for 2 years.
That's wild.
And they use a special interest rate. It's an athlete tax interest rate for California, right? And it's going to be $426 million that has to be placed in the bank in 2 years.
For it to grow.
You're telling me that with Shohei now, endorsements, tickets, jersey, all that, for the next 2 years, the Dodgers aren't going to make $426 million.
That's crazy.
They're going to pay for him just in the deferments
just
to
off
start.
Of marketing.
Just off of marketing.
That's it.
The Dodgers, not only have they played this completely the right way financially,
what a better city to do it.
Shohei stays in the LA market. He's going from Anaheim to LA, so he gets to stay where he wants. He's not going to pitch next year.
He's just going from blue to from red to blue.
I'm not even picking that one up, LA.
Hey, listen, LA.
He is fantastic. My only concern, this could still blow up in their face.
Could it?
If he is only a batter, if he is
Designated
no
hitter.
longer a pitcher,
Yeah.
I don't know that he's worth that.
But does he come back and pitch? What do you think after the injury?
Next year, he's not going to pitch. So they're
Can't.
hoping he doesn't need surgery. They've talked about he's going to DH. He's shown interest in playing left field. If you're not going to trust him to
But
pitch,
if you're just getting a left fielder and you're not getting a pitcher, a two-way player,
again,
as he was in LA,
I don't think he's worth the
previously,
$70 million a year.
$70 million a year for that? I don't think so. Because let's think about the stats.
Yeah.
Let's think about as a hitter,
Yes.
as a full-time hitter. What do you think he comes in at?
I
RBI. Let's talk about RBI. Let's talk about hitting percentage.
I think his line as just an everyday hitter. If he's a guy who plays 154 games, not all 162. If he plays 150 games, he's probably going to be a 285 hitter.
Right.
Okay, which is great for a power guy.
Yeah.
He's probably a 55 home run guy.
You think it's 55?
I think he's a 50 to a 50 to 60 home run guy. And I think with this lineup, with Freddie Freeman, with Mookie Betts, with the young guys that they have in LA, he probably is 140 RBI.
Can I ask you this really quick?
Yeah.
Let me look up something really quick. Actually I got it right here, I think. Because I got a question I have to ask you while we're talking about Shohei Ohtani.
Biggest thing I think is the fact that this guy has not only he's elevating the market for all the other players too.
Yeah.
And that's
crazy.
That's fantastic.
Baseball money's gone nuts.
It's been nuts for a while.
Let's talk about this. We're talking about Shohei, and you mentioned it. Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah.
Right? That's their three.
Yes.
Now, I want to talk about trios that ever played the game on the same team.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. This three, before they even played a game together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's take about Shohei as a pitcher/hitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Say he gets back to LA form, and he just plays an average of what his last 3 years were.
Okay.
Okay. For the next 4 years, right? Where do you put this trio ranking all time? And I want to give you some other trios, and I'm going to tell you if you would rank Freeman, Betts, Ohtani above these other three guys.
Okay.
Okay. So first one I'm going to give you, this one's for Frank. Okay. So we got Freeman, Shohei, and Betts.
Yep.
Jim Edmonds.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols, and Scott Rowland.
Yeah.
The 2002 and 2007 St. Louis Cardinals, those Redbirds, I think they won a pennant.
Won a World Series.
Yeah, they won a World Series then, right? So you taking this trio with Shohei, or are you taking that trio?
I'm going to take the Dodgers trio.
You're going to take Dodgers now.
I absolutely will take. I'm going to take Shohei, Mookie, and Freddie Freeman over Jim Edmonds, Albert Pujols, and Scott Rowland.
All right. Number 2, 94 to 99 Mariners. King Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, and Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Who are you taking?
Man, that's tough. Give me the Dodgers. Give me Mookie.
Really?
Freddie Freeman, Shohei.
Well, they're climbing up the historic ranks, and they haven't played a game together yet.
I think that's a harder one than St. Louis.
They haven't even played a game yet, and you got them climbing up the ranks.
I do.
So listen, I'm going to go up again. 93 to 96, I think this was the Cleveland Indians, right? Okay. Can't call them that now.
No.
Right? But Albert Bell, Manny Ramirez, and Jim Tomei.
I'm going to go Cleveland.
You're really going to go with Albert Bell?
Yeah, I am.
He
was one of the scariest players.
He really was.
Just alive. And I think Manny Ramirez was underrated. And Jim Tomei he grabbed his lunch pail and came to work every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
He's a blue collar guy.
Yeah, he is. I would go the
So right now I would
go the former Indians, current Guardians.
All right, I'm going to give you a couple more. The 1989 to 93 Oakland Athletics, you know where this is going. What they had was Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson, and Mark McGuire. Are you taking Betts, Freeman, Shohei over that trio?
No, during that time, I'm going to take Oakland.
You have to.
Yeah, it's the Bash brothers of Mark and Jose, and then Ricky Henderson, who led the league in steals forever.
Ever.
Yep.
Maybe one of the best to ever do it.
Yeah, I think
top 5.
I think he is probably, you got Lou Brock on that list. You have probably Ronald Acuna heading up that list, but
now let's go a little history lesson. Okay, let's go 1972 to 78 Cincinnati Reds. We're going to go Johnny Bench.
Big Red Machine.
Yeah, Joe Morgan.
Yep.
And Pete Rose. The name nobody can say. Well, at least not at the Hall of Fame.
You can say. People are going to hate this. I'm going to go Dodgers.
Are you going Dodgers, really?
I am. I'm going to go Dodgers.
They've not played a game together yet.
I will go Mookie, Freddie, and Shohei over the Big Red Machine.
Last 2 I have for you. This one's going to hit home. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go here. We got to go Yankees.
Yeah.
I got to give you a few on the Yankees. We're going to go old school, though. There's not just a lot of good Yankees trios lately.
Tons of great Yankee trios.
1960 to 63, you had Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, and Roger Maris.
This is the Yankees, no doubt.
That is the Yankees.
That is the Yankees, no doubt.
That may be the most historic. No, there's one more.
There's another historic one that's Murderers
and that's going to be the 26-34.
Yeah, this is Murderers Row.
Yeah, this is Lou Gehrig. Tony Lozzotti, right? And Babe Ruth.
Yeah, I mean, after Gehrig and Ruth, you don't even have to name a third guy.
You don't.
And that's Murderers Row.
But that's really interesting how far you have the Dodgers without them even playing a game yet.
I will say this. You're leaving off one trio of players.
Okay.
And that would be this year's Yankees.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Paul, Alex, and Frank.
No, that's wiffle ball, maybe blitz ball. We could tear some people up.
Yeah.
No, those days are gone. Yeah. But this year, I mean, listen, the Yankees had 2 out of 3, right? They had Giancarlo.
They did.
Who has been a 50 home run guy.
Yeah.
They have Aaron Judge, who's been
always hurt,
who has the record at 62 home runs for the AL, right? That's the AL record.
Yeah.
Now they add Juan Soto. Juan gone.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So the Yankees trade for outfielder Juan Soto from the Padres. Hey, last year of arbitration, going to become a free agent, but Yankees get a rental.
Yeah.
And maybe something happens out of it. But give me your first thoughts on the Juan Soto trade.
Listen, I love this because it's the biggest thing with this is getting the guy in the building.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%.
We have seen that the baseball has turned into a power and speed threat. Now, 2 years ago, if you asked anyone, any person who's associated with baseball and said, who is the young star you would build your team around? It was Soto.
Yeah.
It was Soto forever. And then it was, maybe it's Acuna. Well, maybe it's Shohei. But it was Soto.
Soto kind of got lost in the mix last year.
He did. And it's because the Padres looked like trash. But he quietly put together an amazing season in a tough hitter's ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a pitcher's ballpark in, what used to be Petco in San Diego, right? He's going to Yankee Stadium where he's probably
a hitter's park.
And it's a left-handed hitter's park.
Yeah, short.
And Soto is a left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
So not only is he going to have protection, I think what they do is they probably sandwich Giancarlo and Aaron Judge between them. I think they figure out their number one hitter is probably Gleyber Torres. I think number 2, Aaron Judge. And Soto bats third, and Giancarlo bats fourth.
Yeah.
And then we're off to the running.
That's crazy.
I think it's a perfect fit. They gave up absolutely nothing.
If only you guys get the wins you pay for. You know what I mean? Like
they're not paying for this. They traded for this. That's you think of the old Yankees.
Well,
but the Yankees might be paying for some stuff.
Yeah. They could be. They could be. Hey, here's what I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I want to ask you. So here we are. We're in December, right?
Yeah,
we're in December.
This is when moves start to pop off. This is where
things are going to start happening.
Shohei signed, so now all these other dominoes.
And
I
think that's where everybody was waiting on.
Yes.
So there's a couple moves that have already happened. The floodgates are going to end up opening.
Absolutely.
Things are going to start popping off. I want you to give me your top 3 teams or players who need to make a move still right now. Like if you had 3, you would say right now, where are you going?
Okay, so number 3, I think the Mets have to do something.
The Mets, they have to.
I think. Listen, they ruined last year. They lost out on Verlander and Max Scherzer. They just didn't work out. So they traded him. They recouped assets. I think the Mets either have to move Pete Alonso or sign for some kind of pitcher. Okay. Some type of pitcher, they got to bring somebody in. Okay. So I think they go after, I don't think they get any of the big name guys. I think they end up getting Jordan Montgomery.
Yeah, the Mets finished 75-87 last year.
Horrible year for them.
Horrible year. And they were supposed to have a way better club than that.
I mean, they paid out the tail out of the tax for the first part of the season and then had to ship off the 2 stars.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think they have to make, I think it's a desperation move.
Okay.
And that could be, I think it's going to be Jordan Montgomery. They're going to overpay
I
think they're going to overpay for the left-hander to try and get some stability. Okay. So that's my number 3 move.
Okay.
My number 2 move, I'm going to talk about the Redbirds.
I think we have to.
I think St. Louis Cardinals, they already shipped off Tyler O'Neill to Boston for a bag of peanuts and some Cracker Jacks, right?
They were worse than the Mets last year.
They had a
71 win year.
But now they have Yadier Molina back in the building.
Love that.
Right? He is the manager in waiting, essentially. I think they make a huge move.
Do you think so?
I think they sign the Cy Young winner, Blake Snell.
It's got to be in pitching, right?
They are a number 1 starter away from being a 106 to 110 win team.
Do you think that much difference?
Their offense is fantastic.
They got a lot of bat, man.
They have more bats than they know what to deal with,
yeah,
right? And I'm not just talking about Nolan Arenado at third, Paul Goldschmidt at first.
Yeah.
I'm talking about young prospect Mason Wynn. I'm talking about young guys like Nolan Gorman who's
Lots
coming
of
up.
bats,
Jordan Walker. They have more guys they know what to do with. Okay?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wilson Contreras is going to have another good year behind the plate. He's more comfortable. I think they have all these pitchers who are number two. They're a 2 guy. Here's a 3 guy.
They really have a lot of assets to play with.
They do. I think they.
You think it's a big splash
I think
like that?
they spend a little bit of money. They get the Cy Young winner,
never
Blake
spend.
Snell, and I think they have about $35 million to play with this year.
That's wild.
I think that's the reason they moved Tyler O'Neill to Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
And the number 1 move, call it a homer pick.
It is a homer pick, but I knew you were going to go there. Everybody
knows who's been rumored. The next best thing to Shohei was Japanese pitcher Yamamoto.
So rumored right now.
Rumored. Okay. He's made his visits.
Yes.
He's going to cost anywhere between $200 and $300 million.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah.
He's already had his meetings. He's requested a second meeting with the Yankees.
How good do you think he's going to be?
I think he's going to be fantastic.
20 win?
I don't know. It's so rare to get 20 wins now, just how they stagger. I think he is a 16 to 17 win player. I think he's better than Daisuke Matsuzaka came out.
You think so?
I think he is. I don't think he's Shohei. I don't think he is.
He's got a good bat too, though.
No, he's a pitcher only.
No, I thought he played. Didn't he play both ways?
No, Yamamoto
thought he went both ways.
No, he's just a pitcher. He's just a pitcher. But again, in New York, they're not going to ask him to do a whole lot. He's not gonna be the number 1 guy.
What if he goes to the Mets instead?
I hate you for even mentioning that. I think the Mets have been burned twice. They're not. I don't think they're gonna go after him.
Yeah.
If he does, that would be wild.
So, any other second meetings that he has planned?
No. As of right now, the Yankees are the only second meeting.
How's that make you feel?
So I think this is
show the jacket. How's that make you feel?
Crossing T's, dotting I's. I think this is exactly what they need. They slot him behind the AL Cy Young winner, Garrett Cole.
Ooh.
I think he becomes the number 2 guy. You could even say, he doesn't even have to pitch the second. He could pitch third. We could have nasty Nestor Cortez pitch in second. If he returns to form 2 years.
You're as bad as I am with the Cowboys.
I think what the Yankees did offensively shows this one's for dad. We're going to go back.
You think so?
We need to go back to the days of George Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
Spend money. You talked about it and said the Yankees just buy their championships.
Yeah.
You know what? Baseball, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that in college football now, too. We talked about college football buying championships. We're talking about baseball buying championships.
You know what you didn't mention? Nebraska. Quarterback.
Yeah. Listen.
Number 1.
Let's finish off with this, right?
Yeah.
This just came out yesterday.
Yeah, big news.
Georgia commit Dylan Raiola is transferring to Nebraska, to the Huskers.
I didn't want to leave it without you mentioning it.
Yeah, listen, I think this signals Carson Beck's coming back to school.
I think so too.
I also
What's that do for Georgia? You think they start the year number 1 next year?
No. I think depends on who wins the championship this year.
You think so?
Alabama wins the championship, Alabama's going to finish number 1.
You're still on that. Alabama doesn't beat Michigan.
Okay, we'll see. I think Michigan loses a coach, loses a quarterback.
We're 2 weeks away.
Loses a running back. Yeah,
we're 2 weeks away.
You're going to lose your shit. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When Alabama boat races Michigan, you were going to lose your shit.
What's the line right now? It moved like crazy.
Last I saw, it was Michigan 4.5.
I have to look at this because it moved like crazy.
I bet you it's a little bit closer. If I had to guess, it would be Michigan by 2.5.
2.5.
That's what I guess it is.
All right,
It's a West Coast game. It's going to be at the Rose Bowl, which is just nonsense.
1.5.
Started off at 4.5, buddy.
1.5. So I saw a thing where it said that the line had just made a hard push, and I didn't know which direction it was. I hadn't checked yet. I was trying to wait for the podcast, and I was like, I got to bring it up at some point.
This is a perfect place.
1.5.
I don't think you can give Nick Saban 4 weeks to plan.
Is JJ McCarthy not playing? The best quarterback in the game?
He didn't play against Penn State.
Such a hater's talk. When do you say stuff like that?
2 weeks left until the tide rolls on over.
Went to 1.5. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Listen, Alabama.
I love that we have the Ole Miss Penn State game.
Yes.
I love that we have the Alabama Michigan game.
Yep.
Because these were two of our bigger arguments.
LSU Wisconsin. This is
Wisconsin.
Big Ten SEC.
This is it.
I love it.
This is where we're at.
Love bowl season.
That's College Football Weekly.
Listen, Merry Christmas to all you filthy animals out there.
Gangster rapper over here, man.
Gangster rapper over there.
Yeah.
The gangster rapper himself, Alex Gullett. I'm Paul Nelson. Make sure you guys go back and rewatch our NFL podcast on Wednesday, our NBA podcast on Thursday. We got some crazy stuff. Alex has some crazy takes like usual. Have a happy holidays.
Paul doesn't know football. I don't know baseball.
Get out of here.
But we're killing it.
I know everything. See you guys next time.